What's good, folks? 2 minute warning. Fury back again. We're close to the football. We have a little bit of skirmish going on before the season starts. But before we get into that, we got here Tim, we got here Josh. We got a good topics for you guys tonight. Enjoy the show. Tim, Josh, take it away. Let's go.
What's going on, Josh? Another week of football.
Yes, sir. Not too damn much.
Don't put that picture up, please. I'm gonna
I was
start
just messing
breakdancing
around
up
with
in
some
here.
graphics. I'm sorry about that.
We start breakdancing up in here. But we're missing a couple of guests today, hosts today. We got Cooper. He was so nervous about what happened with Mr. Number 13, although Beckham Jr. So he went to the foot doctor to make sure they got something good for his toes and make sure his leg is fine. So
Are you kidding me?
He's gonna
I got the text right here that he went to Oxnard. He said, I volunteered to go babysit some of the Cowboys. I'll be back tomorrow night. So I don't know what kind of mixed reviews you're getting over there.
You know what?
Cooper's doing a good deed right now,
You know what? I was just over there. I just flew back in today, so I'm thinking maybe me and Cooper we just crossed and then see each other. That might have happened too. That might have happened.
Exactly. Yeah, you're a good man. You said you'll fill in for me. I got to head back. Got a show to do.
Yeah,
he's a good man.
Yeah, no doubt. We're gonna start off with DeAndre Hopkins. Last week, he walked out of training camp because contract. Right. Okay. Yeah. And especially when the two receivers, the one receiver who drafted in the first round, Fuller, he's making more than Hopkins. So we all understood why Hopkins would be so mad. Especially he's had good seasons. Now we're talking about his numbers. The man has posted, 2013 was his rookie year. I never counted rookie years, but 2014 he had 1,210 yards. 6 TDs. Then last year, he had 1,500 yards and 11 TDs. So when you see that, his number is going up. But Josh, I know me and Cooper spoke about this, and I have to say, me and Cooper, we did meet up on this. I believe that I would trade Hopkins. My reasoning is that because you drafted, to me, the Texans got a nice young squad. They got Humphreys. They have Fuller that he's drafted. They have Cecil Short still. They have Braxton Miller from Ohio State. So they have a young core. I don't think they need to rush into getting Hopkins so much money just yet. Do
you think they're in win now mode?
I don't like their offense. It's not proven to me.
That's exactly what I'm leaning towards too. I don't think they have like a win now team. So if I'm the Texans, I'm kind of thinking long term. You got a whole bunch of projects that you just pretty much drafted at the receiver position. Why not? I mean, it's hard. If you're a Texan fan, obviously you don't want to part with a top 5 receiver, and he is that right now. If not at 5, I would say so. He's probably at 5. I would probably say, if not 6, he's right there though. I would definitely give him the benefit of the doubt that he's top 5. But it sucks as a fan to get rid of a high-caliber player like that because you put so much faith and time and, devotion into a player, and then just to get rid of him just like at the snap of a finger, it sucks. But at the business end, he's good enough to get at least a first round and, possibly a third or something out of it. I don't know the whole details behind his value in the trade area, but I mean, if the Texans want to build for the future, they can get pretty damn good pricing for DeAndre, I would assume.
I mean, you know what it is, Josh, and just in my opinion, I like. Don't get me wrong, he's a good receiver. He just don't. He's just not a special type of receiver. And
really?
Those are receivers that they don't really come along with.
But he's been able to do so much with quarterbacks that you can't even name without having to sit there and think about who the Texans have really had.
Well, without Arian Foster in the offense, he's throwing the ball a lot. I mean, of course he's gonna get. I want to know if we have his targets. I want to see his target stats because all they do is throw the ball. They don't run. They have no running game, so you got to throw the ball somewhere. And he's the only guy. I give him credit for that, but he's not a special receiver. And I'm talking about guys like Of course, I'm gonna say Des Bryant, Julio, Odell Beckham Jr., AJ Green.
Right. You're
Those are
talking
my
about the players
Antonio
that have the
Brown.
talent and the skills that you can't teach, really. You're kind of born with it.
Right. So with Hopkins, I'm just saying he's just. Don't get me wrong. He's had 2 good years, but 2 good years doesn't translate to a big dollar signs right off the back. Especially when you just drafted 2 receivers this year, and you got some young ones coming up.
All right,
And
so talk out loud with me since we got some time to kill though with the Hopkins topic. All right, since we're iffy right now, going back and forth with the top 5. Who would you
right.
think out loud with me? Who would you kind of label in the top 5? I'm sure we agree. Number 1 is probably Antonio Bryant, right? No,
Nah,
you ain't gonna put him there. Okay, well, anyways, I'll give you my top 5 real quick. I'll probably
go ahead.
I'll probably go AB, Julio. My bias shows a little, but I'll put Odell at 3. Then I like AJ Green, I would say. And then it's hard. How can you not put Hopkins in the 5th? It's hard not to. Who else are you going to put above Hopkins?
Well, you know what? I'll give you my list.
Dez does deserve to be in the top 5. I'll give you that. So I'll put Hopkins at 6.
I'll tell you this. I'll give you my top 5, but not in any specific order. All right. Dez being number 1 is I'm not saying he's number 1. I'm just saying he's just top 5. So we got Dez. Okay. We got Julio. We got Odell. That's 3. We got Antonio Brown. That's 4. I'm pulling with AJ Green. That's 5. I know AJ Green he's not as physical as Hopkins, but the man is still a baller. So
he was debated as number 1. So.
Right, so I got Hopkins at number 6 too. I got Hopkins at number 6 also.
Right,
but you know what? I still wouldn't give him that. I still wouldn't throw all the dollar signs at him, especially when you got guys like Des Bryant and Julio making $75 million, and we all know Antonio Brown, Odell, and Hopkins is right next in the next tier for the big payday. So I'm sorry, and you know what? I want to know what he's asking. Because I know guys like Doug Baldwin from Seattle, he just got paid. He's a good receiver. Is he not top 5? Not top 5. Guys like
he's getting more of that like receiver money where you're not like elite, but you're good and you're serviceable. I would say,
right. And he deserves that. He deserves that. You know the what's his name from the Colts? Jesus, what's his name?
Who you said? I'm sorry.
Just to cut you off, but James just threw in his small little opinion. He said, "I say Green only because of his track record."
Yeah.
What, better than Hopkins?
I'm guessing, yeah.
He was just arguing that Hopkins is a special receiver. And he does have those abilities like the rest do that you're referring to.
I don't see it. I really don't. I
was saying. Thinks if Hop can have another season like he did last year, he'll go ahead and rank him ahead of AJ Green.
But see, here's the thing: if it's like me saying Drew Brees is the best quarterback because he throws for more yards than anybody. But look at his attempts. That's his offense. That's what the offense designed for him to do: throw the ball more than anybody else. They have no running game. That's like saying now, not to change the subject and going quarterback, but if the Texans offense is throw the ball more than anybody, you're going to expect that one receiver you have to get a lot of yards. Does it mean that he's the best receiver or he's top 5? No. And when I mean by special receiver, I'm talking about things that you don't really see. Like I put up Odell Beckham Jr.'s one-handed catch, okay, against the Cowboys. Things like that. I'll give you Des Bryant when he caught that big touchdown, but his finger out of bounds. But if you look at that, and just look at the ability he had to get up there and get that ball, okay? Those are the things that you cannot teach a special receiver what to do. And I'm sorry, Hopkins don't have that.
I don't know. I've seen Hopkins make some like mortal catches, stuff that you shouldn't even be able to bring down with this mission. I remember he did it against the Giants one play. It was something though that it was called off. I don't know if it was offensive pass or some BS, but
I don't know.
He made a spectacular like one-handed grab 50 yards downfield. It's hard to argue against Cooper. I mean, if he does have another consistent season like he did last year, especially if he's going to be playing with a question mark like Brock Osweiler, nobody knows what the hell to expect from him. And if he can produce, if he can get the we'll say 1,400 yards just with Osweiler there and maybe like 12 touchdowns, that's a great season for him. It's
Wait a
not.
minute.
It's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Mr. Cooper. He's tagging on the wall. Cooper, you don't belong on the wall, man. You belong here in Fury, man. What's going on? Listen, I know you at training camp. You're doing the massage thing. You're making sure everybody look good, Coop. I don't respect your comments on the wall, Coop. I respect your comments face to face. You know how we do, Coop. Come on.
He's got a big job right now. He's making sure McLean's drinks aren't purple, all right?
Hey, listen. I got no comeback for that one. Give him some Kool-Aid, Coop. Kool-Aid's good. Give him some Kool-Aid. No, but listen, I'm not saying he's a bad receiver. He's just not a special receiver. Right. In my opinion, he's not in that category. To me, he's in that category with guys like Kelvin Benjamin. Benjamin had one good year, his rookie year. He got hurt last year. But you can see Kelvin Benjamin, he's a big receiver. He's gonna do some things coming up with his size. I'm not giving all that money to Hopkins yet.
So even when it comes to fantasy, you wouldn't even think Hopkins deserves to go in like the top 8 area for wide receivers.
See, I can't tell you guys that because I know we all in the same league.
Come on,
Cooper's
man.
watching.
There's a little bit of trolling here with this Kelvin Benjamin comparison. Just a tad.
I have a strategy going on. I may pick Hopkins. You never know. I might be saying this for fantasy-wise to make you think I won't pick him. I might just pick him.
Exactly.
But I think he's good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he deserves the dollar signs right now. And we got to wait for another year. I still don't like the Texans' offense right now, especially where they're going. I know the GM, he's desperate right now, but when you have guys like Brock Osweiler, he only plays 7 games. 7 games.
Right.
You're the starter. You never played in this offense before. Okay, now Lamar Miller's a running back. I'm sorry, he's not Arian Foster. I don't like Lamar Miller. In my opinion, I think Lamar Miller is good as a half Arian Foster. That's my opinion. I just think he's overpaid. He's overrated. I'm sorry. So I just think I don't like how it's going. So if I'm the GM, I'm being patient and I'm waiting. And you gotta wait for JJ Watt because JJ Watt right now, he's frustrated. He wants to win. I can smell that man ask for a trade very soon.
Lamar Miller is probably like Reggie Bush in his best days.
Yeah, listen, and not only that, look at Clowney. You wasted a #1 pick on a guy who does not fit your position. He's not a linebacker. He's a 4-3 and to put his hands in the dirt. So when you have those mistakes you've been doing, you gotta watch who you pay money to now, because you just gave Osweiler a big contract, which I think he's gonna be a bust. Lamar Miller to me is gonna be a bust. Clowney right now is a bust in that system. I'm not saying his career is over if he goes to the right system. So I'm not giving money to Hopkins. I refuse to pay money to a receiver, and you have no top quarterback.
All right,
that is a waste of money.
We need to wrap it up soon, guys. Yeah. But last words, and probably drop in James' last words as well. But what's your last words, Tim?
Listen, if James could get the coconut ready for the satellite, aim it to the sky, get the earpiece on, come on, Fury, we'd love to have him.
Yo, Cooper, make sure no Cowboys get locked up anymore or get suspended. We want to have a fair game in a month or so.
Hey, listen, I don't mind.
Sorry, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, I don't mind watching another what's that movie just made with Adam Sandler at the jails?
The Longest Yard.
The Longest Yard. You can make a part 2. It's all good.
and just let you know, James disagreed with you, Josh.
Yeah. I tried to trust Miller in Miami. I had him in fantasy last year. He gave me a few good games. Other times he was disappointing, but who knows? New system, he could flourish. We'll have to see.
All right, guys. On that note, we're moving on to the next show, the next down. See you there shortly.
All right.